everybody, welcome back to the channel. Here again at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale, having fun today with my son James and my good friend Destiny. Today we're playing with the rifle a little bit. As you can tell, I need to readjust the sling on this guy a little bit because I have dropped some pounds. But we're gonna play a little bit with a rifle in a home defense context, which is a little different than a lot of contexts that I see defensive carbine skills taught.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
James, you grew up shooting rifles a little bit, hunting a little bit. Not a ton of time on an AR platform.
Not a whole lot.
Platform, I said platform, God forgive me. Pattern rifle. Not a ton.
Not a whole lot. Mostly hunting, you know, squirrel and a little bit of big game.
Yeah, okay, and you own the Evil Black rifle as well?
Yes.
And got a lot of time behind one?
Limited. Definitely need to practice it more. It's one of those, because I don't carry it every day, I don't think about it as often. So.
And is it for you and yours, is it just like a toy for the range, or is it staged for home defense?
Home defense.
So it's ready, that's the gun you'd go to for home defense, or would you go to your pistol?
I would go to a pistol. I have another pistol for home defense as well.
Okay.
That would be, I guess, an event of, you know, who knows, zombies.
Without rule of law, the zombie apocalypse
zombies
starts.
And all the things, yeah.
Okay, but if it's zombies, that seems very serious. That would if I was going to use it as a zombie gun, I'd want to be pretty good with it.
Yeah, right, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to work. So, number one skill, we're going to let these guys work on it a little bit. I'm going to talk about it, show them, get out from there. It's just like with your pistol, right? What's the number one skill you got to have with a defensive pistol? Draw and first hit, right? So, number one skill with a defensive carbine, we're going to use a little bit different distances than we do with a defensive pistol, but it's getting the gun up on target and getting a shot into the meaty bits of somebody that needs to get shot. The beauty of a rifle like this, you know, these rounds are doing 2,800 to 3,000 feet per second. It causes this huge secondary wound channels, right? So about 85 to 90% of people shot with a handgun in America every year live. About 85 to 90% of people shot with a rifle don't, okay? Because what happens is that bullet is going so fast it stretches tissue, right? With handgun bullets, it stretches the tissue and then the tissues come back and all you're left with is the permanent wound cavity. But with a rifle, it stretches those tissues beyond their ability to stretch anymore and then tears them. And so it causes these secondary wound cavities that are really significant as long as they're doing over somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,300 to 2,500 feet per second, which these are. So again, I've seen people shot with pistols that keep doing what they're doing. Very seldom you shoot somebody with a rifle, they don't immediately regret what they were doing and lie down and don't do things anymore. So, getting that first hit. Now this is my particular home defense rifle. You guys have seen it on the channel a whole bunch. Set up pretty slick, right? So we have a red dot, or it's green, you know, you get it, but it's an optic on it, a light on it, you know, a standard capacity magazine and a sling. I believe every long gun needs a sling. Unfortunately for you two, it's set up for me, so it's left-handed, so we'll just let it dangle for you guys. You guys will have to forgive us. It's not set up for them, so they'll just dangle the sling, or I guess we can move it around the other side for them. So let me show you what we're talking about here, show you what kind of standards we're looking at, and then let them practice some, and maybe work on a couple of techniques to help them do better. All right, let's come back over here. So really the first thing we want to work on here, and I'm gonna work on target number 2. We'll maybe let you guys work at 1 and 5 so you got a clean target, right? Is that idea of up. Now we're here at 10 yards. Why are we at 10 yards? Because this could be the distance of an average hallway, right? So this is not a crackhead at the gas station, right? Why? Because again, you're not carrying a rifle at the gas station. Or if you are, what is wrong with you? Like, that's not okay. So this instead, again, in my home. It's staged in my bedroom. I hear the commotion, I grab it, I come out and step into my hallway, and all of a sudden I got a gang of ninja in my house. Cool. End of the hallway is a bad guy who needs to get shot. Now I've got that. Or I'm standing in my house and somebody busts in my front door. And I got 30 feet from wherever I was to my front door. This is a much more common home defense distance, right? Maybe without rule of law, like you said, Destiny, we got the zombie apocalypse happening, and there's a mob outside my front door, and they're doing all that stuff, and I'm standing on my roof or something defending the property, and I got somebody on the property line, okay, who, for whatever reason, is gonna throw a Molotov cocktail at me and needs to be shot. We all got some reasonings why we do this. Okay, cool. Now, So what are we gonna do here? We're simply going to start from what we would call a ready position. Now, a ready position on a rifle, again, I have a hold of it somewhere here down the front where it's comfortable for me, right? Some people really like out front like this. I have my grips set up here because that's about where they're comfortable for me. You can come in a little tighter. I don't recommend back here to the mag well. Okay? Because when you start moving this around, it leaves too much weight out here in front and you start having a hard time, okay? So I hold this and I think about using my thumb to kind of point it at wherever I'm going. Now, I don't need to, oh boy, how much are we gonna get into this? This is an AR-15, it has very little recoil. It's loud, but it's a very soft recoiling gun, right? So if I can, I'd like to get the heel of the stock on me because the reciprocating of the gun comes right along this line. So if I can, I'd like to get this down here and get underneath it like this because it doesn't recoil much, but that does move my head around. So especially you, because you're small, you might need to play with that a little bit. You might need to bring the gun up to you a little bit instead and just hold it real firm with your support hand, okay? So all we're gonna do here is, we got the gun out of our line of sight. When it's time, whatever our time is, we're going, oh no, I need to shoot that guy. Now I'm going to take my manual safety off. So this is a manual safety gun. Over here on this side for you guys, okay? On this side for me, down turns it off, up turns it on, okay? It only goes 45 degrees. This is a short throw safety selector. So as I bring the gun up, safety comes off, see my sight over the trigger, press the trigger, and put one in the A zone, okay? Simple as that. And how many do I want to put in the A zone? I don't know. I mean, how many does he need to be shot? We're just going to start with one, all right? Just gonna start with one. So we go, okay, so there it is, and I go up. Great, good shot. Okay, A zone's fine, and that's all I'm looking to do. Okay, let me see what kind of time frame we're looking at here. Okay, just moving at a sedate pace there, 0.88, 0.88 seconds. Now, did I look like I was moving real fast?
No.
No. Did you feel like I was going quick there? No. Okay. So let's see if I can get that going a little bit more sporty. Okay, that was a little sportier. 5.5. Okay. So that one was me knowing where the gun is coming up, recognizing what that is. Now, this is a dot, so I keep both eyes open, right? Just like my red dot on my pistol, right? Just like my red dot on my pistol. Bring that up and rock and roll. Would you guys like to shoot it a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, let's just get it first. Let's let Destiny shoot first. Here's what we're gonna do. I am going to actually switch this around so that you have the ability to sling this as well. All right, madam, swing that left arm through. Good, you're good to go there. Okay. Cool. Let's keep that pointed down range. Very good. Now, I wouldn't chicken wing this out. I would tuck that just a little. There you go. Okay. And then again, yep.
Like this? All right. And where am I shooting?
You can shoot at any of the targets. If you want to use the pelvic box, so then that way you've got a clean target on the middle one, or you can shoot head box, whatever you want. So right now, I just want you to get a feel for the gun.
Okay. So safety.
Yeah, safety's off. Can you see the sights?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you can see this space you've got here? I would put your cheek on there. So that gives you another little point of contact with the gun, so that it's a little more stable. Pretty easy, huh?
Yeah.
To the very bottom of the paper.
Low,
Very bottom of the paper. Okay, good. Shot him right in the dick. And again, very good. Now, one of the things you'll notice is this guy does have a little bit of offset, so let's turn our safety on. Okay, a little bit of offset. So where your dot is pointed at 10 yards, your bullet's gonna hit about an inch and a half below that, okay? And so that's because of the way that this gun is zeroed, all right?
Okay.
So now, all we're gonna do now is I want you to think about, okay, so that gun is out of my sight, and then when it's time, as the gun comes up, I take the safety off. As soon as I see my dot where I want the bullet to go, I press the trigger and let it fly.
Okay.
Okay, try a couple of those. No, so we got it first. You get the first lesson, safety on. Okay, with an AR-15, if I'm on the sights, I'm off the safety. If I'm off the sights, I'm on the safety. Okay. This gun is not drop safe.
Okay.
All right?
Oh, okay.
So I have to maintain my manual safety until such time as I go, that guy needs to get shot. Then safety off as the gun comes up.
Okay.
Okay? So you're using your thumb for that. So that thumb sweeps down as the gun comes up and as you acquire your sights. Okay?
All right.
Good. Safety on. Now this time, I want you to lower the gun out of your line of sight. So lower
Okay.
that out so you can see him. Can you see that whole pelvic box?
Yeah.
Now you're gonna bring the gun up, take the safety off as you see it, and
Oops.
press the shot.
Okay. So
So we're thinking right now, okay, so here's what we're thinking. We're thinking, I'm in my bedroom, I'm sitting hunkered down, get out of my house, I have a gun, I'll shoot you,
okay.
okay? I don't want to point a gun at something that I don't know what's going on, and so the safety's on and the gun's out of my line of sight so I can see the door.
Okay.
He busts in the door, gun comes up, safety comes off, and we
Okay.
engage.
Okay.
Yeah. Safety on. If it helps you do it, what I tend to do is I tend to use my index finger and sweep up.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be much easier. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
one of the reasons I use an ambi safety.
Okay.
Try again.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a go signal, okay?
Okay.
When you hear the go, so again, I want the gun out of sight, out of my line of sight first. Now, I don't have to be casual, so it's just down away from my line of sight. Like I'm focusing on that door. Get out of my house, right? Leave me alone.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Stand by. Okay, 3.61.
It was hard. I couldn't get the safety off. I
Right?
forgot. I'm gonna try it with my index this time.
Sometimes index finger works best.
Okay.
All right, again, you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by. Good, that one was a 187. Go load yourself a magazine. Remember, they go straight in on that one. Okay, safety's on. Good, again, you ready?
Yes.
Stand by. Okay, were you able to see your sight on that one?
I did, but I didn't have it where I wanted it when I shot.
Okay.
So I saw it come into the window, and then I shot before.
Yeah, so the other thing I would encourage you here, so instead of just kind of like, I'm kind of way out here and letting the gun do its thing, bring the gun up to you, just like your pistol. So if I'm thinking here, and I'm gonna take some of this weight because I can tell you it's kind of stressing you out. Stand up like a normal
Hold on.
human.
Is it on safety?
It is on safe right now.
Okay.
And we're pointing in a safe direction. Okay, so you're okay, just
What'd you say?
stay in the gun. Okay, so listen, if I'm here and I've got a hold of the gun, right, and so I'm taking some of that weight off you, you can bring, now if you look down the sights and just bring that gun to you,
Okay. Instead
right?
of I
now,
feel like
do you
instead of like
notice here how
hunching down.
sideways you're standing?
Yeah.
Turn and face the target.
I was gonna ask you if that changes.
Turn and face the
my
target a little
stance.
bit.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now lean in on it a little bit because you're gonna push this out. So that means you're gonna have to hinge at the hips a little bit to get underneath it and behind it. There's a little bit better way for you to stand.
Okay.
Okay, so let me show you the difference here. So if
My
I can
tiny
have
little
it,
arms
I
are-
have the rifle. Yeah, you're
Oh.
like, I'm tired. This is a heavy gun. This is a light gun.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will stand sideways like this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an old school rifleman's stance, but from combat, kind of a defensive position, just like with our pistol.
Sure.
Okay, so then I'm gonna bring the gun up to me here. So I push in on my cheek here and bring the gun up to me.
Okay.
Okay? And that way, instead of me kind of trying to figure out where's my head go with this,
Yeah.
I use this stock to align my head to the gun. And you notice I don't even hardly have the stock on me.
So you're saying now he's at the door. You're saying don't come in, don't come in. Is it you're casually holding it, or you've already got it at your
I won't point it at things that
right? But it's down.
so it's down away. So you notice right
But you
now
have
where
it
my
against your
dot
cheek?
is the bottom of the berm. My dot right now is at the bottom of the berm.
Okay.
Get out of my house, leave me alone. The cops are on the way. I gave it the office. I don't want your Girl Scout cookies. Okay, all that stuff.
It's
Then
good.
then again, it's time, and I go, yep, there it is. And then it comes up.
Okay. Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
You still got a
Yeah,
few?
I think
You wanna
that was
try
the
a few?
problem. Was I kept adjusting and everything before.
You got a couple more rounds in that one.
Wait.
You okay?
Yeah.
It's not a light rifle for sure. It's not a lightweight gun.
Okay, so from more like this, no chicken wing.
Now you can see here. See this guy here? See you got all this space? There you go. So it's got a pistol grip on it, which really helps.
I feel like if it's like that, I have a hard time though getting to this safety.
Try with your thumb.
Oh, maybe that's why I couldn't reach it before.
So now push down with your thumb and see if it goes. See, look at that. Easy
Yeah.
day, right?
Okay.
So I will sit with my thumb on like that, like sitting on it, and then it comes up pop like this.
Okay.
Go ahead, give it a try. I love, so this, what you hopefully notice there is this high, a riser for her lets her keep her head nice and upright, which for a small frame human is really important. Do you feel like the gun's pushing you around?
No, not too bad, no. I mean, it could do less if I was more focused on that, but I'm trying to just...
No, you're doing a really good job. And again, for those at home, sometimes you go, okay, wait, let's fix everything on things. That's not a good way to teach people, right? We just work on one thing, we get a little bit better with that thing. Once we get comfortable with that thing, we move on to the next thing, okay? Instead of trying to, well, fix this and do that and have this thing and try this thing and do this other parts, you get lost and you get frustrated.
Yeah.
You got a couple more rounds, give it a few more tries. I mean, if you're gonna use an AR-15 for home defense, you should know what's up with it.
I think my hand was still way low,
Okay,
so I couldn't reach it.
okay. So what are you gonna do this time?
Make
I'm
sure.
gonna keep my hand
I'm
on the
up
grip that I
here.
want.
Yep.
Okay.
Thumb.
You want me to
It's,
get this
yeah,
up?
thank you. Okay.
Gun's not pushing you around bad.
No, it's hard. It's heavy.
Are you done, or you want to finish that mag? You might have one or two left.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. It's just heavy.
Good thing you're not carrying it over hill and dale.
You what?
No, good thing you're not humping it over hill and dale.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Huh. It's a problem with an AR-15. Freaking load it on Tuesday and shoot it the rest of the week.
Whew, okay, my arm's heavy.
All right, I have the gun.
Hey. I gotta work out more.
Right, well, I mean. All right, James, you want to try?
I kept-
Okay, take your time now. Again, we're not in a speed contest here right now. Right now, we're just trying to put that sight on somebody.
Yep. Just wanna make
You
sure
can get this a little bit more length if you want to.
Yeah. Let's try to get it right. I don't want it to be too crazy long. That feels about right. Okay, that feels about right.
Okay, then go for it. Your safety's on.
You're right, it is. Okay. That's unsafe.
No, so that's off safe. So as you bring the gun up, use your thumb to sweep the safety off.
Sorry, I said unsafe, not
Unsafe.
unsafe.
Ah, yes.
I just want to work on that.
Yeah.
Get used to those movements.
I think you'll have more success if you take that back foot and point it closer to the target. There you go. Now you're orienting on your thread a little bit better.
Okay. That already feels much different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Easy day.
I like this thing. This
Yeah.
thing is so much fun.
It's a fun gun to shoot.
I push down instead of up. It helps if you push the safety the right way.
It does.
Ooh, feels good.
Now, if you pull that gun back into you a little bit more, so there's a couple ways of thought here. You can either pull that and really kind of give it a pull into you,
Okay.
and then it won't rise as much, or you can do the same thing you do with your shotgun and push pull it. Right now, you're just kind of letting it, and so it's kind of riding on you a little bit.
Okay.
So I would either pull in tight. Some people really like that for the AR because it doesn't have a whole lot of recoil, or push pull it like you're used to with a shotgun.
Okay. Yeah, the push pull I like. Just to make sure. Yeah, I like push pull.
Simpler.
I mean, pulling it real hard is okay too.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I like push pull a little bit more.
You got more experience with it shooting shotguns.
I mean, it's not even touching my shoulder with the push pull. Like, it's literally just not.
And we're not working rocket fast splits.
I'm out.
We're out.
All right, give this back to you.
Sure, I'll take it. I have the gun. So guess what? With my defensive carbine, my draw to first shot, most important shot. Guess what my next most important shot is?
Second shot.
Second shot, right? So what can I do from here? Follow-up shots, number 2. Then guess what? Target transition, so that I can, move from one target to another with that follow-up shots. If I can do that, I know some people are like, well, John, what's my best reload technique with an AR-15? Dude, if you're living in a standard capacity state and you got 28 rounds in that magazine, you know, because you listen to Paul Howe and you download 2, 28 rounds, you're okay. You know, Kyle Rittenhouse got in 3 distinct gunfights and didn't go through 28 rounds. So there's that. Anyhow, I think an AR-15 is a powerful tool. I think that it is a great home defense tool. Obviously, we can see people who haven't got a ton of time on AR-15s can use them pretty effectively.
Yeah, and I think too, the one thing that even the limited training that I've had, I've always had it like propped on something. So it's really interesting to try it this way because everything is so different. It's like nothing I planned.
And in a home defense environment, if you're hunkering down, right?
Sure.
So if I'm just sitting in my master bedroom, we're the only ones at home, I don't have kids in split bedrooms or any of those things, then I'm gonna set it on the bed.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, I'm on the other side of the bed. Back off, piss off, cops are on the way, I have a gun. If you come through that door, you're dead, right?
Yeah.
You know, then that's easy, and you can do that, right? Now, of course, if you've been to my house, you know, like, so I have split bedrooms, right? If something goes crazy and I grab the AR-15, I can't hunker down on my bed. I got kids in other bedrooms.
Yeah.
So I'm now mobile with the gun, and I gotta hustle to wherever it is that problems are happening. So I think knowing how to use the gun from a standing
Absolutely.
position, really useful. So, hey, give it a try, see if it helps you.